Tyson still has the same hunger now he's at the top. He'll only come back to get the biggest bags, not the biggest belts. We found that quote.
All these belts he's already got.
John Fury and his son are at it again, as JN has begun firing shots at his son after Tyson Fury tried begging Oleksandr Usyk for an unlikely trilogy.
In camp, and he has put some slog in, because I've slaughtered him. And I mean slaughtered him, because he's needed it. And you're going to see the benefit of that Saturday night, and so's Usyk.
Following what happened in the build-up to the fight with Tyson Fury kicking his father out of his corner and out of his training camp, John Fury has been displeased with his son. And when Tyson Fury eventually lost the fight, he just proved his father right.
Nothing. My father used to say, if you want things, go and get them yourself. I can't give them you because I don't want to. I'm happy with my life. I've give you life, go and do the best you can with it. And I'm old school, me. I'm probably Victorian, never mind old, but that's the way I live my life. And
that John Fury wasn't really the cause of his problems in the first place. As a result, this has soiled the relationship between John Fury and his son, and with Tyson Fury seeking a trilogy after another defeat to Oleksandr Usyk, John
walk into Jimmy Egan's gym in the rain, getting on the bike, him and his brother Shane. You know, I said, right, walk, I'm not taking you, I'm too busy. You know, if you want to do it, go and do it. Let's see what you've got. Let's see how much you really want this job. And they do, they prevail.
Fury has told him to quit boxing and retire. Instead of trying to fight another lost battle, Tyson Fury is probably not considering retirement, as he still looks to make some more money out of the sport, contrary to what the angry John Fury feels.
A lot of people had me at least two. I just don't know. Listen, it is what it is. I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. It's happened now. I know boxing, been in it all my life. You can't change no decisions.
In terms of Tyson's future in the sport, from December 22nd onwards here are some of the possible eventualities. If Fury had won the second fight, then fans might have expected a final showdown.
At the end of his career, he's had back-to-back defeats now. Can he mentally cope with that and retire? I know he's got 100 million quid in the bank, which is going to soften the blow. But just from what I've seen him in the Netflix documentary, he loves fighting and he loves being the champ, he loves being on top. So I sincerely hope Tyson
Fury confirmed as much in an interview ahead of the clash. When I win on Saturday night, I think there's got to be a trilogy next year. I suggest extra deadlifts tomorrow morning for a carrier party. For sure. Fury told Al Arabia Joshua's in tatters at the moment.
The two best heavyweights of this era does not make him an all-time great. Usyk. That's what I'm talking about. Usyk. He is not an all-time great. Y'all need to stop with that.
I actually used to like Tim Bradley.
He's got to pick up the pieces from his last fight, but the fight with Usyk, one on Saturday, and the one afterwards would be fantastic for me. Fury has been involved in iconic trilogies before, memorably taking on Deontay Wilder 3 times between 2018 and 2021, winning the last bout with a sensational 11th round knockout. It would also depend on Usyk's willingness to step back into action once more against his old foe, as well as the condition of both fighters following another bruising encounter.
Young man, good. Just there.
Tyson, I know there was an AI experiment tonight. Those AI judges didn't count, but do you see that as a potential?
What was the score? 1-1.
If the pair do want to go again, though you sense the sport's power brokers won't stand in the way of what would be a monumental battle to truly anoint the best heavyweight of the modern era. Picture, it took long enough for Fury and Usyk to meet.
Could cope with that loss, the back-to-back defeats, and walk away with his chin held high. I wouldn't blame him, actually, if he jumped in with AJ and took the rubber match, because it's a
Fury switched gears after another defeat and appease all those yearning for a British super fight, with Anthony Joshua with Fury 36 and Joshua 35 time, is running out for the pair to come together for a bout that would put to bed a rivalry that has simmered for a long time.
he just thinks, okay, he wants to be known as the richest boxer and take Floyd Mayweather's title in a different way. Now all of a sudden, click, he's gone money mad, thinking he can compete with the Saudis, which is impossible. They've got more money than sand, haven't they? And there's a lot of sand in Arabia. So, you know, but that, to me, I can tell.
The Englishman suffered a brutal knockout defeat to Daniel Dubois, who wants Usyk next, but could also have claims to fight Fury himself in his last fight back in September at Wembley, but still retains a huge aura and following.
And on the build-up there, when he was giving Usyk some beef and saying, I'm the champion, you're effing this and you're effing that and you're rabbit, and he was getting wound up, you could see that he actually got a bit of hatred for Usyk there, because he's ruined his legacy and he's ruined it.
Earlier this year, Fury appeared to signal the fight could and should happen. At the end of the day, it would be a travesty if we didn't fight Fury. Said no matter if Joshua loses 20 note fights, if he doesn't win another fight and is 10 years away from the game, it... Doesn't matter, we have to fight. I did an interview recently and said, look, it doesn't matter if we're 50 years old, we'll have to fight. I lost out on one big fight already with David Price. He was a British hope at one stage that was building up, and that would have been a massive fight here or in Manchester. But that's gone now, and it would be a travesty if we didn't fight each other, perhaps the option fight. Fans would least like to see, but it could still happen.
Man, and I've been around fighting men all my life. I can see inside the soul. He knows he's facing the best Tyson Fury, and what we've worked on, and how he is, and he has put some slog in, because I've slaughtered him, and I mean slaughtered him, because he's needed it, and you're going to see the benefit of that Saturday night. And so
Fury turns 37 next year, has been in numerous wars in his career, and has a comfortable family life. For those reasons, he decided to hang up his gloves, understandably. He remained coy about his future in the immediate aftermath of his second defeat. Usyk, asked whether he would continue to fight the 36-year-old, said,
you spoil a kid and he's good for no. I don't care how talented he is. If they're spoiled, they're no good. It's like Tyson. He was never spoiled. He didn't have all his own way. He had just the same.
It will fill Wembley. I don't know if they'll get 80,000 in there, but it will get a big crowd at Wembley Stadium, and that will be a sign-off payday. But to be honest, it's not a big
I'm having some time off. I might do, I might not, who knows. We'll talk about that next year. Fury had initially planned to retire when he turned 34, but earned and speaking last February on Instagram appeared to suggest there was plenty still left in him.
But I'll just always feel a little bit hard done by. Not a little bit, actually a lot, but I think when you don't get the knockout, this is what happens. You can't guarantee a win.
No, I certainly didn't. I didn't see how one judge could only didn't give him a round from round 6 onwards, and the other two gave him 1 round.
I keep hearing talk of people saying I should retire, or I'm going to retire soon, or whatever. Fury said, I ain't retiring. I've got 2 fights with Usyk, for the undisputed twice.